Happy first day in NaNoWriMo. It is like 5:30ish in the morning. I'm walking to work. I live a block away. It's nice. I haven't decided when I'm doing it. I'll decide when I get there and I'll randomize it. But yeah, I figured why not on the day of the year that I am teaching elementary, which is a lot more emotionally involved than teaching high school. I'm not gonna lie. I could, mentally, not as big of a deal, but emotionally, I don't know, they're more crying kids, which is, but yeah, I will say I'm very good. I've discovered I'm very good with parents. Actually going to admin, I'm so fucking good with parents. Anyway, I'll figure out what I'm doing when we get there. Bye. I've already done so many Oz Boys ones this year. You know what? We're going back. Should I just pick? I think I actually just want to do the new Tiana book. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I never mentioned it, but the first day of NaNoWriMo has gone very well so far. I've written over 2,000 words. I'm enjoying it. I never thought I'd get a Bud T-Non book because historically they've been a pain in my ass whenever I'm writing them. I have written the entire series. Fantasy is tough for me, but I'm enjoying this. I thought that it would be interesting having another Kai because the Kai in this one is named after the Kai in the first in Circus Wings. But I haven't even mixed them up in my head a little bit, so it's been okay. But yeah, we'll see. The real plot hasn't really started yet. I've thought up the first, little act in my head for, so long. So yeah, it's been going good so far. Okay, so it is 7:03 p.m. I get up at 5. I have written 2,881 words. What I really want to do right now is finish The Wolfen, because I haven't finished any books today, and I'm trying to kill that book wall. And I'm like a third of the way in, and it's very quick. I always forget how good Whitley Strieber is as an actual writer because I read Communion, and it was just whacked out and weird. But this is a horror novel, so whacked out and weird is good. So I might try and finish this book. I gotta be in bed by 9 because I get up at 5. And there's parent-teacher conference tomorrow. But we'll see. Well, I'm gonna try. We're gonna do it. I'm trying to go back to coffee instead of energy drink packets. It is 5 p.m. at parent-teacher conferences, and I have 3 hours left, and I'm so tired. I've been so bad about belonging, especially during the week. But this week, I'm an elementary teacher. It is the week of Halloween. So yesterday, half of the kids were crazy, half of them were still asleep. Today, they were all crazy because they'd all gotten enough sleep. And then tonight was parent-teacher conferences. So I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm kind of hungry. I had some pizza there a little bit, but I'm just like, I don't even know. But I know it's going really good, actually. I'm like 5,000 words in. But I don't know for sure, and I don't feel like going and looking. I don't even really want to, do my night stuff. And normally I would do that on weekdays, but I might not. I might just change into pajamas and wait for Steven and maybe have a couple snacks. I don't even know, but that's where we're at right now. I'm so tired. 6:35. I'm doing 1,600 words today, but at least it's Friday. So I'm really enjoying right now the sort of interactions and really getting to know these main characters. I do know though that these rewrites are going to be kind of brutal. I can tell. But no, I'm having fun. I'm almost at 10K, for a T-Non book for 3 days. It's nuts. Kitty. Jelly Jam. Hey, ma'am. Hi. What you doing? Ah, you're biting me. Doing was waiting for me to get out of her spot so she could go back to sit in the middle. You can see that it's just full of hair. I finished it. Unfortunately, now I'm at that stage where I'm like too tired to like want to actually get ready to go to bed because I gotta do cat stuff, I gotta do night stuff, all that stuff. I just don't want to. I'm just too tired. So I've just been sitting and watching videos since I finished it. Yeah, no, it was okay. I mean, I watched the show first. I'd read the first book. Maybe the second book by when I watched the show, but it's okay. I do understand how this series did launch this woman's career into the. I mean, really, this did the first push, and then I think Six of Crows really launched her. But this is a good solid starter series, like a series that was the woman's first series. It's solid. That's where we're at. It is 5:11 in the morning. I've been up for an hour. I have to read 1,500, not read, right? 1,575 words today because I am ahead. All right, so what the day looks like. There's a football game at 2. It's like 7 a.m. right now. That Stephen will definitely drag me to. So I'll have to do that. It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna be sad. What else? I'm gonna try and watch a movie tonight. You saw I tried to watch something last night. It was Alkaline Trio, like live concert footage, but it was a DVD I'd gotten from Goodwill a while ago, and it was so scratched up that it didn't even skip. My DVD player just quit on it. It just like no, and it stopped. And then I got the DVD screen on my TV. So yeah, you see my beautiful TV from 1994, I think. Yeah, 1994. I always get it mixed up because I used to have a Grand Marquis from 1992. Unless it was the other way around. And my TV's from 92 and the Marquis was from 94. I don't remember. But it's beautiful, and that's where I watch most of my movies. I watch them on my computer if they're like in a. I don't have a remote for the DVD player, so like if they are in like a multi-pack, and I can't just hit play, then I have to watch them on my computer. But which really has the same size screen as the TV does. But yeah, I'm gonna try and watch another movie tonight, and actually maybe one that will play all the way through. So yeah, that is that. I'm gonna try and get a lot of writing done. I'll definitely finish up my book, which is a manga. It is the 3rd volume of the Heroic Legends of Arslan, which is the manga is done by the same person who did Full Metal Alchemist. If you can definitely tell from the art style. I'm really liking it. I think this is volume 3. I haven't read volumes 1 and 2. I think I'm gonna start collecting reading this manga. I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. I've written like 500 words today. 426. 426 words today. So I need to write like 1,000 more, which shouldn't be a problem. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I hope to God I don't have to do anything tomorrow. Then next week is a short week, 4 days, which is good. And the week after that is normal, and then the week after that is Thanksgiving, which means 3 days, and one of them's an early out, not for us because we have PD, but for the children, which really counts as an early out for us too. So that's where we're at right now. Writing check-in. As you saw, I'm on my 2nd cup of coffee. I'm getting up at 4 in the morning, writing day, really good writing day, both for nano, because I've written like 1,500 words, which I'm almost at 10K. I'm at 8,900. So I've got like 1,000 more words before I hit 10K, which is great for day 4. It's not my best I've done on day 4. I remember with my last year of college, I get 50K on day 4, which was nuts. But I'm never doing that again, especially because I have a real job now. But both for that, I also wrote a little short story for something I'm hoping to put out next year. It's about all the different, if you read The Mythology of Hell, put up pictures of the books right here. Unless you're that one guy in Germany, I doubt you have. Love you, German reader of Mythology of Hell who consistently buys a hardcover. And I know it's the same person because it's just the next book in the series and it's always hardcover and it's always to Germany. But it's like one little snippet about each division in Hell so that we can kind of see the whole thing. I don't know. It seemed interesting to me. I wrote 500 words on Class B, which is, speaking of Mythology of Hell, German reader. That's wraps up Casey's story because he really doesn't get wrapped up in Son of Perdition. And then also I wrote 5 pages of Guillaume, which I think honestly, sometimes I'm writing a book and I'm like, this is it. This is the one. And I think it's Guillaume. Guillaume's one of those books where I'm thinking, oh, this one's the one. I'm having such a good time with it. I'm on the island part now. It's great. But even honestly, my nano project, for being a teen on book especially, like it's going really good. Like normally I can see where it's gonna need to be fixed, but I can see where it's needs to be fixed, and I'm thinking about how I can make it better as I'm writing this first draft, which is always a good sign. It always is. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's a great time. All right, so Steven actually just went to the football game, and he's taking tickets apparently today, which means that I don't have to go. Because he's not mean enough to make me stand out there in the 33-degree weather to take tickets. But also I'm tired. I got up at 4 this morning, so I'm tired, and I already had 2 coffees, so I'm moving to one of Steven's Mountain Dews. Don't tell him. Exhausted. I'm so tired. We're just keeping ourselves alive with caffeine right now. I've been trying to cut back on caffeine actually, because what I used to do at the beginning of the year, I was having a lot of caffeine, and then I cut back to two caffeine with you. Like I have a bunch of the little like energy powder things like Strike Force, stuff like that. And I have caffeine melts, and I have one 5-hour Casey's brand 5-hour energy. So I'd have one right away in the morning when I got to school and one in the afternoon. And then at home, like on the weekends, I'd have like a coffee in the morning, coffee after lunch. And I've been switching it to just, I get one of my Bones coffee pods, which by the way, amazing coffee. It's fantastic coffee. And I use that a couple times, so I fill up a big mug, and then that's what I take to school. So I've really only been having one coffee pod a day. I reuse it a couple times, so it has less caffeine in it then, but today is just too much. And yesterday was awful. It was an awful day, because the day before is parent-teacher conferences, and it's Halloween week, which, man, people talk about like November 1st being the worst for elementary. I'm going to say it's November 2nd, because on November 1st, at least, some of the kids are exhausted. Not all of them. Some of them are crazy, but about half of your kids are going to be exhausted. November 2nd, they still have candy, and they're all have had their rest. November 2nd's worse than November 1st. So hopefully next week it's back to normal for that. It just starts off on a B day, which is nice. Get a little bit of break there. Yeah, yesterday was awful. I felt awful because I felt awful. I just physically felt awful. Some of my kids were being crazy. It was not a good time. They had a pep rally. Hate it. I hate fun. I always say I hate fun. Like I hate projects. I hate games. I hate pep rallies. I just like school. I hate fun. Yeah, that's where we're at. I am also probably gonna finish up this book today. It's little Diane Ho young adult 90s thing, about 100 pages in, so there's that. I guess haven't written much more since I last talked. I'm like 200 words from 10K though, which is fun, exciting. Ooh, there's 10K. So if you don't know, I randomize my reading just because it's more fun for me. And I did finish the Nightmare Hall book. And then was given another one, like we were able to finish today. I can tell I'm going to hate this because Jessica, I just wish she would die sometimes. But yeah, it's going to be a 3-book day. It's looking like maybe more depending on what I get after Runaway. I realize it is like 3:40, but when you have breakfast at 4:30 in the morning, your entire meal schedule gets completely thrown out of whack. So I'm having Alfredo. You can join me for Godzilla's Revenge. I have had bad luck with movies recently. We're back. The old take it out, put it back in. Never mind. Failed on me again. But, however, when I take out this, it does do that. So, finished that.